another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be looking at this Casio MTG. But before we start, you can pick this up at azfintime.com. It's in stock now. And these watches are fan favorites. And there is, truthfully, a lot to unpack with these watches. But I'll do my best to explain this watch as quickly as possible. It is a $3,000 piece. It's worth it once you figure out all this watch can do, and let's just get to it. So let's first discuss this rubber strap. This is a Fluoro-Rubber strap, um, and it has the traditional Japanese armor uh, pattern in here, and that pattern repeats with these screws. And this is Fluoro-Rubber. This is impervious to oils, gases, and a lot of other different fluids and acids. And it is also soft and very supple, similar to vulcanized rubber, but this is a higher quality rubber than vulcanized or silicone, yet it is still soft and flexible. Um, it's called Fluoro-Rubber. You can look this up, and it's a very high tech um, type of rubber, and so that's the first thing. The second thing is this is all titanium milled swing arm, twin trigger deployant clasp on here. Now this is a cut strap. I wish they did a different kind of strap. I don't like cut straps because um, once you cut it, if you have a small wrist, you can't go back. So that's one thing I wish they did improve on this. But it is what it is. It's still a very good fitting strap once you get the fit correct. But I just don't like cut straps. Okay, now on this fastening system, to hold this strap together, you have a special system with these star type screws, and this won't. The way the screws go in, it won't back out. It won't back out. So that's pretty cool. And this is all diamond light coated. This clasp, diamond light coated titanium. Now the bezel is also diamond light coated, and then the case is all, and that's titanium, and the case is also titanium, but this is a special um, titanium with a special hardening process that makes it about 5 times more scratch resistance as a normal titanium, because as you know, titanium scratches up really easy. Now on these polished parts, this is Salus polished, aka Zeratu polished, and these watches are all made in Japan. Now you have an anti-reflective sapphire crystal on here. That is a high definition crystal, and you have extra motors inside here to get your hand movement faster than normal. You have Neo Bright dual color illumination on here, and let's check that out real quick. And it is very powerful lume, similar to Lumi Bright. Not as potent, but potent enough. And remember, you have another source of illumination with this, whereas this also has a light that is blinding. So this black light is really nice. So this lume is really only for transitioning from in and out, and it is bicolor lume, and this lume does last all night. But if you need to push the button, as you can see, there's no problem lighting up a whole room. So Neo Bright on this one is very potent on these indices and sword style hands. Now let's get to the dial. The dial has 2 windows. You have your function window over here on the right, which displays your time zone that you are currently in. And then you have your date window down here at 4 o'clock at the end of the indices. You'll have 3 sub-dials, one being your control sub-dial, 24-hour indicator for the big hand, for your big hands, and then you have your main time down here, your home time down here with an AM/PM indicator. Now you can set these time zones up however you want. Traditionally, if you're going to be traveling a lot, you want to set the small one to your home time and then the big ones to wherever you're at. Now, it's very super easy to use. Let me zoom out a little bit. It's super easy to use. You can connect this with the Bluetooth with the app, and it can get a signal from your phone. It can also get a signal from the multi-band 6 atomic clock, so it is atomic watch, and you also have GPS reception on here too. So this watch is always going to be right no matter where you go. If you're in a shot of the satellite, your cell phone, or radio tower, so you're pretty much covered with this one. Okay, now if you want to do it manually, I'll just show you. You just unscrew this crown, and this is a special crown with special technologies, and I'll show you that in a second. But you pull the crown out through the first uh, notch, and that one changes your time down there at 6 o'clock. So that changes your main time, and if you look over here on the right, it will show you what you want to change it to, UTC, London, and you can go back and forth to whatever you want. I had that one on New York City, so that can be the East Coast time, and then you pull it all the way out to the extremity, then it goes to the big hands, and that one's on Denver time. And then you can just change that however you want. As you can see, it's very quick and it's very easy to use. Now, when you push this back in, you're going to notice that this has a lot of crown wobble. Let's try to get it at this angle. This has a lot of crown wobble. There's nothing wrong with this crown. Let me go all the way out and show you. You see that crown? It pivots on that stock like there, sort of like a Vostok, so that if you do hit a shock or a bump, let me screw it all the way down to show you. It's always screwed all the way in, and it still moves. See that? That's so if it takes a shock or a hit, hear that? It won't damage the crown because the crown will move, so it won't easily shear off. It does give, so that's pretty cool. The accessory buttons are also shielded. They're not screwed down, but they're just recessed, so you got to kind of get your fingernail inside there to get a good push on there. So that's all good. That's all good too. Very, very protected. Now this one is your backlight right here. This is your function. I gotta zoom back in. This is your function button. You go through your functions right there. You see it scroll up. That's your stopwatch, countdown timer, your alarm, and then it goes back to your main hands, to whatever you have it set at. So that's pretty cool. You have your date window, black background. This is all tough solar movement with a 6-month power reserve. So you don't have to worry about that. You have your day of the week over here, perpetual calendar that's set to 2099. And over top here, you got your 24-hour hands that are slave to the main time. And then this AMP indicator is for your secondary time zone. And then you have on and off, toggle your alarm on and off if you want it on and off. I'll show you. Let's go to your alarm. And you see down here, it's off. Oh, it's the off button. You can toggle it on, you can toggle it off. It's a very straightforward system. You don't even need a book to use this one because it's very intuitive and it's very cool. And this watch, because of all these technologies, the coatings, and the way they put it together, the 200 meters of water resistance, everything, that's what makes this cost $3,000, and it's totally worth it. This watch can basically will outlast you in any situation. It's always ready, it's always visible, it's always going to be correct. So that's the Mr. G, and this is the, once again, it's the MRGG2000R-1A, This watch is awesome. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Sorry for the long video. My name is Big E. That's the Watch Once Over for today, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.